I think it's very trendy to criticize influencers, so I think it'll never end. As a creator, I feel very proud that I was on that I'm on the same red carpet that a lot of my, inspirations have walked before. I think in my case, people are just very quick to assume that whatever I do in life is because I come from a privileged background.
Hello everyone, my name is Onam Gupta and you're watching India.com Z Media. Today we have with us fashion and beauty influencer who made waves on the internet with her Cannes debut this year. So let's welcome Niki Mehra. Hi Nikki, how are you?
Hi, I'm really good. Thank you for having me.
So welcome to our show and it's lovely to have you here. How are you feeling?
I feel great, honestly, and like I said, I'm just so happy to be here
Yeah.
and talk to you about my debut and how it was, and I'm just really happy to be here.
So before that, I have to ask you that, at what age did your love for fashion begin? And you decided that, yeah, I want to be an influencer.
Honestly, I think those are two separate questions. I've always loved fashion. Even as a kid, my mom tells me I was very, very picky about
Yeah.
what I would wear as a 5-year-old also. So I think I've always loved fashion. But I decided to be, an influencer and a creator. I think I just stumbled upon it. It was just luck by chance. I'm actually a master's in economics and I have no fashion background. And just in the middle of my masters, I decided at that time, though Instagram was not, it barely existed, and there was no industry. But I just decided, you know what, okay, I want some creative outlet. Because my studies were getting too serious and they were very difficult, and that's basically how I just started.
Our viewers would love to know what a typical day in the life of fashion influencer looks like.
I think no 2 days are alike, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some days we're doing very like what you see on Instagram, where we're shooting or we're just styling or we're shooting brand projects. But there are days where it's literally business per usual. So at that time, we're not looking like this. Then we're just, hair in a bun, no makeup, and literally just business talk is happening. So there's this whole other side to Instagram as well, which I think a lot of people don't realize
know.
there is. But yeah, it's I think like a business,
Yeah.
like any other.
So, let's talk about your Cannes appearance this year. I have to say, all the looks were so good. So, how do you balance to make, combine your personal style with such a beautiful statement at a prestigious event?
To be honest, all these looks were styled by me, obviously assisted by Sneha, who's my team. So I'm very particular about that. Like I definitely don't let go of my personal style, regardless of which event we're attending.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was very scared to do that. I do that for fashion weeks globally, but of course, Cannes was a very big platform to kind of style your own self, and I was very hesitant in the beginning, but I guess it paid off because I think everyone loved it. So yes, I mean, I think when it comes to personal style, that's something because I feel if I'm not wearing something that I love, I won't be confident in that outfit and I can't carry it well. So that's why I think I'm very true to my personal style.
So, most people want to know what is the criteria for influencers to go to Cannes?
To be very honest, I think there are multiple ways in which you can be at Cannes now, especially. Of course, if a film is showcasing on the carpet and you know someone who is producing the film, or you are a part of the crew in some form, then you can get access to watching the film and therefore being on the carpet. Otherwise, there are a lot of brand sponsors and partners as well who now get influencers on the carpet. A, there are a lot of media partners who get influencers on the carpet, and B, there are a lot of brand sponsors as well who are who are official sponsors of the festival, who also get influencers to walk the carpet.
So, did you meet influencers or other celebrities at the event? How was it?
Yeah, I think that one week, 10 days of the festival, and it's a very small 1 kilometer strip. So definitely you end up bumping into a lot of people, both, from India and outside. So I did see a couple of them. But for the influencers, no, I don't think our dates ever clashed. And more importantly, at least as creators, you're constantly shooting. So
Yeah.
it's not like, oh, you do the carpet and then, oh yeah, let's chill or whatever. You're constantly shooting. So that's what I was doing as well. But yeah, I spotted a lot of people.
So what क्या best चीज़ थी Cannes की?
To be honest, I think especially because मेरा debut था, I think वो बहुत special था. I think best चीज़ यही थी that I was not expecting everyone to love the looks as much as they loved the looks, to be honest. I mean, I was confident that it was good, but I was not expecting everyone to really appreciate it the way they did. So I think that was a very, very
And
humbling
you styled
experience.
it by own, so that's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean,
So this time, at Cannes, we saw various fashion figures from Ankush Bahungna being the first male beauty content creator to Nancy Tyagi, walking the red carpet in her own gown that she stitched by herself. But, still there are several people who says that influencers को क्यों बुलाया है, event पे, उन्होंने pay करके दे वो गए हैं, making such negative comments. So what are your thoughts? And when do you think such criticism about influencers will end?
I don't think it'll ever end, to be honest. I think it's very trendy to criticize influencers. So I think it'll never end. And obviously, I think it'll look like, because it's coming from me, then it'll look like a justification. But honestly, I genuinely do believe that this whole fashion, beauty versus film debate has always been on the Cannes carpet. But if you see globally, now you have a lot of influencers who are officially invited to the festival, both by official sponsors of the festival, whether it's a L'Oreal or whether it's, a BMW, etc., etc. Or you will even see a lot of designers who specially pay influencers to be on the carpet. So if that goes to prove anything, it is that I think we very much belong, because I feel that, I think brands are seeing that they can leverage influencers at such a big platform and really gain out of that. And if I think all the coverage in this last month is any proof, then I think influencers are spoken about a lot more than I guess even we wanted to. So I think everyone definitely, I mean, if everyone's speaking about us, covering us, then definitely brands want us there. That's definitely what I feel. Having said that, yes, I just think even we want films to be spoken about more. But it's not really our fault that people are more interested in picking out our outfits and dissecting why we are there versus talking about an Indian film which has made history. So I don't think that's got anything to do with us, because we're talking about it as influencers. But that doesn't discount the fact that we shouldn't be there. Personally, for me, I just feel that we cancel the noise. Honestly, that's something that you have to do as a creator. You have to become thick-skinned enough to just cancel the noise, because everyone has an opinion. You can't just care about
So this
everyone.
is how you handle trolling.
Yeah, I just cancel the noise, quite literally.
So, personally, any comment ever you saw on your profile and it really affected your mental health? Was there any incident that you would like to share?
Yeah, obviously, time to time, like you can only cancel so much. So, of course, it affects you. I think in my case, people are just very quick to assume that whatever I do in life is because I come from a privileged background. So they just discount any hard work that you put in. But it's not a typical, I mean, like, it's not like my, dad or my husband now, they're from the industry or they even remotely know anyone in the industry. We're typical Delhi people. We have nothing, like my family or anyone has nothing to do with fashion at all. So it's just hard, like, a little hard when people kind of attribute your success to the men in your life and discount what you've put in. Like, I've been in the industry for a decade now, so I think that kind of gets to you, but again, you learn to live with it.
So, what are some tips you would like to give to new influencers to handle trolling and maintain their confidence?
Just this, that I think if it was easy, then everyone would be doing it. I say that to literally even my team when we're stuck anywhere, that if this was an easy profession, everyone would be successful and everyone would be doing it, but it's not. And I just think that it's very easy for someone who's just behind a screen to kind of past comments, but you cannot let that get to you. And yeah, I think the rewards that our industry has to offer today are far greater than a few handful trolls,
Yeah,
so
of
you got to
course.
focus on the good.
So, of course, talking about content creation, everybody know the boom it witnessed was in 2020, like during the COVID time. And many people, began to invest in content creation
Hmm.
at that time. So, and you were, of course, way before them. Like since you were in 2015, you started it. So, was there any level of insecurity you felt? Or if yes, then how did you dealt with it?
You mean with the new creators
Yeah.
coming in? No, honestly, I don't think that there was any sense of insecurity, because I just feel that experience counts and matters, and um, I think brands also value that okay, yeah, she's been in the industry for a long time now, so she kind of knows her shit. So I don't think that there was insecurity. In fact, honestly, I really, really loved the fact that there were so many new people on Instagram creating content, because that kind of makes your industry legit.
Yeah.
When you have so many new talented people, it kind of grows your industry into, I think it was only after 2020 and all these amazing Gen Z creators who came in and they changed the landscape of Instagram, that now we've reached a stage where our government has decided to take our industry seriously and do national creator awards, and now everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
So I think it only happened because more people decided to join, and make it more impactful. So I honestly didn't feel insecure. In fact, anything, I quite liked that new wave that came in.
People know the glamorous side, what they saw on social media, that they see the glamorous side of influencers, but what they don't know that they work 24/7.
Mm.
So one downside of the industry that you would like to tell to people?
Yeah, just this, that there's never an off switch. I think, but I think that's the case with anyone in the entertainment industry in general, which is quite literally out of sight, out of mind. So at least for us, you've kind of constantly, you just have to be there. You constantly have to show up. So even when you're having a bad, I mean, of course, if you're having a bad day or two, sure. But like
Yeah.
if you're having a bad month or two, then yeah, no can do. You kind of have to show up. So I think otherwise, yeah, I think the buzz kind of dies down. So
Yeah.
that's definitely a major negative point, that when you're on
Yeah.
vacation, you're worried about creating content, and when you're
Oh
so
God.
off is never really an
And
off.
off, yeah. So, I've been following you for so long, and what I have seen that your husband and your mother-in-law are your biggest pillars in your career, in your life. So, we're giving you this platform to express how do you feel being associated with, with such a wonderful family.
I definitely think it's the biggest blessing ever, because I think it really depends on the people you're living with. Um, how well you can balance your work and life. And especially, I think for a girl, when she gets married, her priorities
Priorities,
can
yeah.
easily change
Hmm.
if the family is not supportive of a career. So I think in that sense I am very, very blessed, because I was never expected to you know do anything, or basically change my focus from work after I got married. If anything, there are days when I'm demotivated, and my in-laws are the ones kind of pushing me to kind of go after my goals. So I definitely think that that has been the best blessing for sure.
Kudos to your family. And Nikki, before wrapping up, we have a small style Q&A with you.
Mhm.
It will be a rapid fire, and we want your questions to be full on like fire. So I'll just ask. My first question: one content creator's account you secretly stalk?
It has to be Indian.
Yeah, Indian.
Oh God. Many actually. I think all my contemporaries, like everyone who's into fashion, I love to see what they're doing, because I want to see, what's trending, what's working. Literally all my contemporaries.
Okay. So describe your style in 3 words.
Definitely feminine. Um, Definitely OTT. I'm not a basic gal at all. Like today, also, in fact, when I was like, these are the same Kiki Poki earrings I wore on the carpet as well. And
Okay.
and literally today, when I was, even when I'm in my night suit, like I like to have.
Something
So this
that
is not a
shines.
basic girl at all. And I would say versatile.
Okay. The last fashion item you bought?
The last fashion item I bought was a bag.
One wardrobe essential you can't live without?
One wardrobe essential I can't live without. A pair of denims.
And one hard part about being a fashion influencer?
A hard part? Um, 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 the same thing that you
Constantly
just,
working,
yeah, you're
yeah.
constantly working.
Summer or winter fashion? Would you?
Summer.
Summer. My last question. Kritika Khurana or Komal Pandey, whose fashion sense you adore more?
I love both of them. I think they have a very different sense of style. So I kind of like both, I
But
think,
if you
in
have
their
to
own
name
genre.
one.
I actually genuinely like both. I think Kritika does very like bohemian and very casual, and I think she's very good at that. And I think Komal is very edgy and very Gen Z, and I think she's very good at that. So it's
Okay.
comparing like apples and oranges.
So it was a lovely interaction with you, Nikki. And I wish you all the best. We want more of your such appearances where we can hoot for you. And yeah, so thank you so much for joining
Thank
with us.
you.
And thank you for watching.